The Prince of Wales has joined forces with the acting icon for an engagement in Norwich. The Prince of Wales travelled to Norwich on Thursday to visit an Earthshot Prize finalist along with a very special guest. Joining forces with actress and Earthshot Prize Council member, Cate Blanchett, Prince William visited Colorifix, a UK-based biotechnology which creates sustainable dye for clothing. When they arrived, the duo toured the company's laboratories and were taken through each stage of the dye process. While there, the Prince and Ms. Blanchett were shown how Colorifix can identify the DNA code that produces the pigment and how the dye liquid is attached to the fabric before hearing about how the process saves water, energy, and carbon emissions at every step. Colorifix were a 2023 Earthshot Prize finalist for the category Build a Waste-Free World and uses DNA sequencing and nature's own colors to create sustainable dyes that reduce the fashion industry's use of water and harmful chemicals. Once the color has been selected, DNA sequencing is used to identify where that color is coded in the genetics of that organism, which is then translated into a safe microbe that is transported to a dye house to support the growth of the color via fermentation. This results in a dye that can be used on natural and synthetic fabrics, yarns, and garments in standard dye machinery with zero added petrochemicals. Colorifix has partnered with a number of high-profile fashion brands, including H&M, Pongaya and Volleybach, since its inception in 2016 and now counts 85 people as its employees. Prince William has long been a vocal supporter and advocate for doing everything possible to save the planet. Taking after his grandfather, Prince Philip, and his father, King Charles, William has become devoted to the cause and launched the Earthshot Prize back in October 2020. When the incredible project was announced by the Prince, it was revealed that the prize would be centered around 5 environmental goals, known as Earthshots, which, if achieved by 2030, will improve life for everyone. The scheme runs for 10 years and at each ceremony 5 winners are given £1 million to fund their groundbreaking work, as well as access to leading experts and mentors. Jason Nauf, former CEO of the Royal Foundation, said of Prince William's goal, "The challenge the Prince set himself was, what is the maximum positive personal contribution I can make in the next 10 years in the fight against climate change? What am I going to do in the next decade that means I can look my children in the eye and say that I did my bit?" Every aspect of the prize bears the stamp of his contribution. William later said, "The challenge facing our planet is immense. We were about to enter what scientists say is the most consequential decade in history. We have cleared too many trees, burnt too much fossil fuel, and produced too much waste. The damage we are doing is no longer incremental but exponential, and we are fast reaching a tipping point."